Welcome back to Ozark Garage. Today we've got something a little bit different in the shop. This is my buddy CJ7. Today it's getting some beadlocks. These are BFGoodrich KM3 42 by 1450 17s, and they're getting mounted on KMC 17-inch beadlocks. So I'm going to walk you through how we install these and how you can do this at home if you're installing beadlocks yourself. So the first thing I'm going to do with these KMC beadlocks is I'm going to remove the center cap here. On the CJ7 we've got Chevy Dana 60 in the front and a Dodge Dana 60 in the rear, but the hub sticks out too far through the wheel, so this center cap will not clear and it's got to go. So only 3 of the screws holding this trim ring in actually hold it in. The rest, they're just cosmetic. So we're going to remove the trim ring, remove the center cap, and then we're going to put the trim ring back just so it has a nice clean look. All right, so these KMC beadlocks have 2 valve stem holes, and that's kind of a handy feature if you want to run monster valves. If you're not familiar with what a monster valve is basically a giant valve stem, which is a standard Schrader valve, but on steroids. So it's a lot larger, has a lot more flow rate through it, and then also has a handy deflator feature here. So you can deflate the tires by unscrewing this, and then you use a special chuck to inflate them again. So this is handy if you have tires over 35 inches. So this Jeep previously had 38s, now it's got 42s, so the monster valves come in really handy. We're going to install a regular valve stem in one side so you can fill it up at the gas station or from a regular air compressor pretty much anywhere. And then the other side is going to get a monster valve. All right, so to install the regular valve stem, we're going to put a valve stem tool through the port here, screw it on, a little soapy water, and then just pop it in like that. So these monster valves we originally had in the steel wheels that were on this Jeep before, and now they're going in this aluminum wheel, so they need a little bit of an adapter kit. The adapter kit consists of an O-ring, an aluminum spacer, this grommet, and then a washer and nut to go on the back side of the wheel. We needed 5 of these, but they only had 4 spacers and 5 of everything else, so I went ahead and turned this on the lathe. Pretty simple part, not a big deal, but one of the handy things that you can do if you have a lathe, you can kind of save yourself some heartache. So this all goes into the wheel like this, and then we'll put a little blue Loctite on the nut on the back side and get it tightened up. All right, so if you're not familiar with what a beadlock wheel is, a beadlock wheel has an outer ring that mounts to the wheel using some bolts. And the outer bead of the tire, so this piece of the tire here, gets sandwiched between this ring and the wheel here. And the reason this is beneficial is when you're at off-road at really low air pressure, so 5 psi or less, this will actually grip the tire and keep it from popping off the bead and keep it from spinning on the rim. So if you look at this flange, you can see that it's actually got these teeth on it to really bite into the tire and make sure the tire is spinning and not spinning on the wheel. So another advantage of having beadlocks is you can mount these at home by yourself without a tire machine. So to do that, all you really need is some soapy water. Generously apply soapy water to the rim, generously apply soapy water to the bead here, and then you can just pretty much throw it down on the wheel. All right, so now that we've got the tire on the wheel and tapped the outer bead all the way around this outer rim here, we can go ahead and put our beadlock ring on. On these KMCs, they recommend you line up the KMC logos with your valve stem and monster valve here, and then it's bolt and washer all the way around. Okay, so after going around and around multiple times, basically tightening it half turn at a time, we're ready for final torque. And so the instructions say 32 foot-pounds. So 32 foot-pounds set on the torque wrench, and just go through. And now that we've got the outer bead torqued to spec, the inner bead more or less seats like a normal tire. So put some air on it, apply some pressure, and it should seat. So applied some soapy water to the bead back here, and it should pop. Spike, get your nose out of there. Get. Now we've got 5 42-inch KM3s mounted on 17-inch Beadlocks, and we're ready to hit the trail. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Post any questions in the comments, and we'll see you next time.